Hey fellow explorers, today I am in San Juan Capistrano, this town in Orange County, California that is often considered to be the birthplace of Orange County. Why? Well, because it's home to one of the original missions in California, founded in 1776 by the Spanish. This town has really grown up around the mission, and in this video I'm going to show you around one of these major touristy spots in Orange County. Here is the Capistrano Trading Post, where you can go in and get a free swallow story, some fine Indian jewelry. There is a cigar Indian, which are really popular in the cigar shops back in the day in California. So hop on in there and get some Native American souvenirs to bring home. In this video, we're going to explore the area around the mission. By the way, I'm here on a Monday, and so if you're like, Chris, I've been here before and it doesn't seem very busy today, because the mission is closed on Mondays. So if you want to come see the mission, don't come on a Monday. But if you want to avoid the crowds and do everything else, then Monday is a great day to come because it's the least busy day. Okay, so we'll explore the shopping area. We will explore around the Amtrak station because there's a cool Amtrak Metrolink station here, which we're passing by this way, but we're going to get closer to it and explore it. You can take the train from Union Station down here from Los Angeles. You can take the train from San Diego here. So this makes a great place to kind of have like a train trip exploration. And we will explore the Los Rios Historic District, which is where these old Adobe homes from the 1700s are. And then we're also going to check out the new food hall and the new shopping center in the River Street Marketplace. Oh, there's a cool petting zoo over there too that my 5-year-old daughter, the Curious Princess, really enjoys. So this is like the little small shopping center around the Amtrak station. There is a Chicago pizza place and this little sun-dried tomato thing, but they say the building that it's in was built in the 1840s, this site of the Venezuela Adobe. Across the way is the Old Barn Antiques Mall, early American furniture, and the Swallows Inn, kind of like a little divey bar here in San Juan Capistrano. So if you're looking to get your late night drinking on, that might be the place. I've also heard some live music coming out of that place when I've been here in the evenings. Probably a little too early for that. You can see many of these buildings have little historic markers on it. This one built in the 1920s. Okay. So as we continue down this way, you can also see some of this just like old school architecture here. They've retained a lot of the historic elements of this town, including these little old like 2-story shop buildings. You know, back in the day, 1800s, things like that, people would have their shops downstairs and their houses upstairs. Most of the parking around here is free, or at least the street parking is free. Beware, it's 5-hour parking, so if you're parking here and you want to take the train somewhere else, then maybe don't park on the street in the 5-hour zones. By the way, this Adobe here was built in the 1840s. Okay. And if you want to take the train and go someplace else, then there's a parking structure by the train station or some other pay lots. It's about $2 an hour in most of the pay lots that are around here. But I'm usually pretty lucky, and today I got a parking spot. Guess what? Right in front of the mission. Wonder why? Probably because they're closed. That makes a lot of sense. All right, a couple of cool restaurants that are over here. We've got the El Adobe Dining, and then we've got Ellie's Table right over here, which is kind of a cool brunch spot. Again, lots of this town closes up on Mondays. We're gonna go ahead and cross the street before all these cars come so we don't get run over. But one of my favorite places to eat is the In-N-Out Burger here, and the reason why is because there's something really unique in this In-N-Out Burger that I'm gonna show you in just a moment. We gotta walk through this city park to get there. But I'm gonna go ahead and speed up this walk so I can show you what's really unique about the In-N-Out Burger just on the other side of the historic city center park. All right, so what's pretty unique about this In-N-Out burger is they built it in the Mission style here in San Juan Capistrano. It doesn't have the classic kind of red and the white. It doesn't even say In-N-Out burger in red up there. You see they've made it look very historic, but also really cool. This is the only In-N-Out burger I know of that has horse parking. Yes, literally, there are parking spots for 4 horses right here in front of In-N-Out. Oh, and it's tasty too. Before we walk back to the historic town center, this is right off the 5 freeway. If you're looking for other fast food, there's a Taco Bell, a Del Taco, a McDonald's, a Carl's Jr. There's even a Chick-fil-A back over that way. Note that the Chick-fil-A, they're closed on Sundays, and there's no dine-in on the Chick-fil-A. It's a drive-through only. Oh, and of course, In-N-Out. There's a big one, big parking lot. Drive-through lines can often be really quite busy. Okay, let's get back to some of the more historic stuff. They do a pretty good job around the town to give you plaques to tell you about the important things about here, and they tell you that this old town center park really, started with the Mission getting started in 1794. Oh, and I mentioned the parking was $2 an hour. Some of the lots, like the ones, some of them are, but I've also seen some signs that say like $10 all day, but I don't know. This lot right here, this at least says $2 hourly parking. Again, and then right over here is another Adobe. This one operates as a museum, the Blas Aguilar house. Looks like they've got like a little well over here in the back too. But this one also doesn't appear to be open today. Oh, their symbol of the town is the swallow right here. And so you'll see the symbol of the swallow all over San Juan Capistrano. Some construction going on over here, across back that way. If you're looking for a hotel, there is a San Juan Capistrano Mission Inn Hotel, I think it's the name. Maybe it's not Mission Inn. Mission Inn is the famous name of the one in Riverside. What is the name of this one? This one is the Inn at the San Juan Capistrano. Inn at the Mission San Juan Capistrano. There we go. It is a autograph collection, so that is a Marriott affiliated properly. Okay, we're gonna walk this way just so you can see the outside of the Mission. There's other cheaper hotels around here, but like if you want one to stay in just kind of the center, like pretty solid location right here. It's got a little cafe, it's got a little bit of a spa. This is the Mission where we started the video, and so you can see some of the old historic grounds of the church back there. There's also some cool, like, functioning Catholic Greek churches back there, which you can see the little, domes there in the back. We've got some restaurants here, tavern at the Mission. A lot of the restaurants here have outdoor dining, popular on warm weekends. Did I mention brunch? I'm pretty sure I mentioned brunch was popular. Saturday and Sunday for brunch. You'll find many of these places have like hour-long waits to sit down. Can be pretty crazy, but not today. It's chilly. People often ask, Chris, when are you filming this? This is Monday, October 13th that I'm filming this. So we are expecting one of the biggest rainstorms of the year coming up here tonight, tomorrow. So that's why it's a little bit breezy and a little bit cold. Okay, so I started the talk over there in front of the Mission. It's also got a gift shop in front of it too. And there's also some places you could tie up horses in front of it, though there's no dirt. And I've never seen anybody actually tie up any horses in front of the Mission. There's that orange Lexus. That's my parking spot right there. We've got an interesting bread shop here called, well, I'm gonna let you go ahead and sound that out. Also, closed Mondays. Is that a theme? I think that appears to be a theme. Teaspoons, as seen on CBS This Is Live. Cooking classes over at Teaspoons. Salon, and a few more shops back in this little promenade. Oh, the sun is coming out now. Very, very nice. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and cross the street over to the train station. We've got a little light that we're gonna really go on zero. That's okay, there's no cars. It's not busy right now. Here's that Chicago pizza spot. We're gonna come over to this right side of the street. because we're gonna come through the parking lot this way. There's a old school, what like used to be a movie theater here, and it says new music venue coming soon. There's a little 316 bakery shop right next to it that also sells gelato and frozen yogurt. It has Rick's Cafe, so I don't know if the movie theater turned into a cafe and now it's gonna be the Los Rios music venue. Big parking structure by the train station up there. This is the other big parking lot. It's worthwhile to show you. These restaurants kind of front both sides. They front into the parking lot and then they front the train station. There's a Hennessy's Irish Tavern over on the right. You can see this is the Rancho Capistrano winery. Like a little cool place to sit at and enjoy your brunch. Family sitting there with the baby in their stroller. We would bring our daughter here when she was younger. I mean, we still bring her here now that she's older. But yes, this is a super kid-friendly kind of place. Trevors at the tracks is definitely one of the institutions here, and this one is right along the train tracks. And they've also got like these historic train cars that make up the restaurant. We'll see some as we go. These are no longer on the tracks. This is next to the tracks, but in a place of California that doesn't have that many trains, I think it is kind of cool to be eating in a train-themed restaurant next to operational train tracks at what I think to be one of the quaintest train stations in California. There's really not even a building for the station, but it is quite popular. Like, people actually do legitimately take the train to and from San Juan Capistrano. There's a pasta place on the right, Chow Pasta. Did I mention Heritage Barbecue? If I didn't, there's a barbecue restaurant that is right across from the Mission, and it is like probably some of the best barbecue you'll find in Orange County. Legitimate. If you like barbecue, check out the brisket from Heritage Barbecue. It's worth the wait. Well, if the wait's maybe less than 30 minutes, it's worth the wait. Okay, here's this is the station. This is the station building. Like, it's in an old school, it's like an old school car right here. Let's see, I think the sign said they're temporarily closed, so you can't go in. We can't go in today. But when it is open, this is it. There's a little ticket window over there. You've got, that's the entrance to the actual restaurant. But, okay, we'll go over to the part where the tracks are. So I guess this is staffed sometime, but temporarily closed. Sad. See, and they've taken these two cars and they've kind of like connected them together on the inside. That's fun. Okay, so these are the train tracks. We are looking south over here. This is looking to the north, so this would take you to the next stop of Irvine. That'll be the next major station heading to the north. The next major station heading to the south. Well, I wouldn't call it major, but there is a station in San Clemente. The next major station after this is probably in Oceanside. So they show you here on the, this is the Amtrak train, but this is one that San Diego to Simi Valley. You can kind of like take it that way. All right, but it kind of stops and pulls back in from Union Station. That's probably where most people end up taking it to on points north. So this spot you would sit to wait for your train. And over on the right here, on this side of the tracks, this is the Los Rios Historic District. So you can see many of these houses are super old school, dating back to the 17 or 1800s. And I feel like a lot of people completely miss out on this next part of San Juan Capistrano that I'm going to show you. So if you've come here before and you're like, Chris, you've showed it all to me. Oh, contraire, mon frere. There is more to come. And you can even see this place, the Ramos House from 1881, is a little restaurant that has a cool little courtyard right in there to eat. We'll get a closer look at that from the other side. Obviously, you don't hop on in there from the tracks. We've got somebody with their suitcase, no doubt. We're gonna ride the Amtrak train. And although there wasn't a train coming in when I was doing the walking tour, this is the train that came in a little earlier. This is the Amtrak Surfliner. Oh, it's pretty loud when it goes by. This is the one that'll go from LA Union Station all the way down to San Diego. The Metrolink trains also stop here too. All right, now that we've seen the train come in, back to the video now. There's a visitor information booth right here. So if you've got some questions about where to go, you can ask them in there. And you can also take some guided tours every Saturday from 10 to 1 p.m. Some people will take you on a tour of the town. Okay, Los Rios Historic District, this section on the National Register of Historic Places. They've got a cool little sign here to tell you where to find some different stuff. We've got the Los Rios Cottages, the Lupe Combs home, which looks like they do some stuff for weddings or something like that over there. And it's got a historic site on it back that way. We're gonna go that way in a moment, but I wanna show you this coffee shop just because on the way we're gonna walk, we're not gonna swing by this again. If you're looking for kind of a cool coffee shop in a unique environment, check out the Hidden House Coffee back here. Not very well hidden because they have a big sign, but cool house in a old school cottage back over here, built in 1890. And we're gonna walk the way I'm going, which is backwards, but we're gonna check out this River Street Marketplace after we loop our way this way. Okay, so we see some of these houses, you know, they're houses, but they're also offices. So this one is attorney at law in his law office in the Casa de Los Rios. And you can get some information about this attorney right here. Okay, this video is not sponsored by that attorney at law, but it could be, Okay, there are some big parking lots over here on the left. We're gonna see those in a minute, but I want to show you the little breakfast brunch place that we saw before from the other side of the tracks, which the entrance to that is over here. So if you're looking for that one we saw from the tracks, the Ramos house, you can get in this way. Okay, and they've got a little courtyard out there, and then they've actually got like a little house in there too. Hence the term Ramos house, where you can sit out on the front and enjoy your brunch. Here's a cool little house that's been converted into like a boutique or a gift shop. We've got some wind chimes, we've got some hats, we've got some clothing. We've got a little tea house back over here. So if you're looking to do some afternoon tea, you can check out this tea house on Los Rios. Most of these don't have any parking, but this one has, I don't know, 6 parking spots or something like that. They've got a cool fountain as like a bathtub over there. Pretty neat vibe of this place. By the way, this street that I'm walking on, you might think that this is a pedestrian only street, but it's not. This is an active street that cars can drive on. So when you're walking here, do be careful. We've got Psychic here, $20 for walk-in specials. You can get your palm read. They're apparently closed. Well, one sign said closed and the other sign says open. Okay, the tea house. Let's check out the menu at the tea house. The tea house cafe menu right there. Cream tea, $12. If you just want an iced tea, $4.50. Or scone, cream and jam, $8. Is it a scone or is it a scone? I don't know. I call it a scone. So here's the tea house's gift shop, which has a lot of hats, and they've also got some samples of their tea over here at the front. Okay. We've got a little cottage gallery back this way. You can see because of all the tourists here, many of these houses that have been houses for a long time have been converted into touristy things. So this is like, you know, they say, come inside. We feature over 40 local artists and artisans, including jewelry, soap, candles, and more. Cute. Okay, looking that way, there's the train station again. This Tesla seems like they're lost. Don't know where to go. I think a lot of people drive down here and they're like, I don't know where to go. This is a private house right here. So this one hasn't been converted to a gift shop yet. They got a cool mailbox that looks like a house for the mailbox or something like that. They clearly put the sign on it to be like, please don't bug us. Too many people bug us. Okay. So we're gonna, this way go through? Yeah, this way goes through. Okay, Ramos Street. So it's kind of like a no outlet thing over here. So you don't really drive back here to go much of anywhere. But this way will take you to the other big parking lots that are on this side of the tracks. So if you've gone to the other side by the Mission and you can't find any parking, then come over this way. You could put in the River Street Marketplace in your Google Maps as a good way to get over here. That'll bring you to this side of the tracks. At River Street Marketplace, they do charge for parking, but the free lots are just a little further on, which I will show you as we get up there. All right, I'm gonna speed up through this little residential street till we get through the next place I want to check out, which is actually just gonna be right here. It is this little free library. These are becoming pretty popular here in California, where people just put these in front of their house. It's like a little bookshelf. Take a book, return a book. So that's it. It's kind of cool. So maybe you pick up the terrifying T-Rex book and you replace it with another book. So some other kids can read Green Eggs and Ham when your kids no longer want to read Green Eggs and Ham. I think that's a lot of fun. All right, so right over here, these are the big free lots that I mentioned. So if you can't find other things on the other side of the train tracks, you can check out these lots. They're generally dirt lots over on this side, but I've often had luck parking back here on busy days. You can see this dirt that I'm walking across has hoof prints in it because people were riding their horses around it. The horse parking is no joke. I have seen horses parked in front of In-N-Out Burger. It is not just some shtick or ploy. People actually ride their horses around here. I mean, it's not like everybody's riding their horses around here, but it does in fact happen. Right next to this parking lot, there's a nice little city park over here, like a modern city park, not the historic one that we walked through. And this one has a neat little wooden playground in it. It's also got some picnic tables, so if you've brought yourself a picnic, you can come picnic right out here. And you can see there's some swings, and there's a pretty decent size wooden play structure over there. I like children's playgrounds that don't look like all the same plasticky ones that you see in every other park today. So that's nice. Also, if you're looking for public restrooms, you will find them just at the back of that park. You'll also find restrooms in the River Street Marketplace that we're going to. All right, we'll go ahead and speed up. This way, this way takes you directly to the Amtrak station. Okay, let's go ahead and speed up our walk this way. Oh, and do note the dirt parking lot I showed you is free. The paved parking lot over here is going to cost you $2 an hour. And this one has a 4-hour minimum. No parking, 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. They're really, like, every area is different on the parking, so just look closely at what you get. Okay, so here we're coming up on the River Street Marketplace. Before we walk through there, I want to tell you about the petting zoo over here, Zumar's Petting Zoo. It's they've got little ponies that kids can ride. They've got like hamsters kids can pet. Obviously today in the walking tour, I'm not going to be taking you through the petting zoo, but I do have a video all about it. So if you want to see more of the petting zoo, you'll find a link in the description or at the end of this video that you can check out the petting zoo video. So now, this street actually is a pedestrian street. This is River Street, that if you walk down it will take you to the petting zoo and will also take you to that hidden house coffee that I showed you earlier. But we're gonna go in this way into the River Street Marketplace. This is relatively new. This opened up within the last year in a place like San Juan Capistrano where everything is kind of historic and old school. I think it's pretty exciting for something new to open here. And I think they've done a good job of blending this place in with the surrounding historical buildings. You know, it kind of looks like some oldish barns that could have potentially been here for a while. But, you know, we've got a toes on the nose surf shop. We are close to the ocean, so you can get I don't think anybody buys any surfboards in there, but some surf-inspired clothing. It's mostly restaurants over here. So there's this Ubuntu neighborhood cafe. There's McConnell's Fine Ice Cream from Santa Barbara, one of my favorite ice cream shops. There's lots of grass that you can, like kids can play. I mean, I was gonna say you can play it, anyone can play in it. Let's take a look at this Ubuntu cafe over here. We've got some cool looking croissants in the window. They look pretty tasty. What's in here? Some little sandwiches, some French butter. Smells good. Always the good sign of a good restaurant. Well, not always the good sign of a good restaurant, but a good start. If it doesn't smell good, yeah, that's what I walked into a barbecue place the other day and I was like, oh man, I don't smell any barbecue. So I'm gonna give this one a hard pass when I smell no barbecue. We've got quality Western goods over here. If you're looking for some high-end boots, that place is gonna be it. That place, oh, strong smell of leather coming out over here. Surfing, apparently popular in Southern California. Who would have guessed? There's the Hobie surf shop over here, which it's fall now, it's October. So I feel like they're getting their like fall themed surf wear, which is more like sweatshirts and things like that. Seeger is another kind of like classic Western wear store over here. It's got a, you know it is because it's got a box with a bass on it. La Vaquera doesn't look like it's open for lunch today, but a lot of these have these cool outdoor dining over here, wood fire grill over this way. And there's a sandwich place over here, Mendocino Farms. It has its own kind of cool outdoor seating over that way to the right. They've planted the plants and things that look like horses might drink out of, like a drinking trough. Free people, clothing, fermented farm, food culture, like a really healthy foodie store where you can get a lot of pickled things, bone broth, that sort of stuff. Grass-fed beef chili, apparently one of the things they specialize in. There's a cool little brewery out here, and yes, you can get your beer and then drink it out in any of these tables in the plaza, which is pretty nice. There's a high-end butcher over there. And then finally, we will walk through the Rodeo River Street, which is the little food hall that's here. We just passed the restrooms on the right. We've got Capa's Tacos and Burritos over there. We've got Nam bowls and rolls, poke bowls and sushi rolls. We've got empanadas. We've got Mediterranean kebabs. Shoots is a pretty solid like Hawaiian fusion place. The sushi stand over here has specialty rolls, classics. There's not many seats in here, but there are a few seats in this building. Like if the weather is not very good, there's a hot chicken sandwich spot here on the left, and on the right we've got a pasta place, Pastalicious, and a high-end cookie shop, Hudson's Cookies. And finally on the left, we've got a boba tea, matcha tea shop over there. And then that brings us out in front of the petting zoo right over here. And so we will just kind of like pop our camera into the side of this petting zoo right here so you can see, because there's no animals here. This is like the playground in the petting zoo. Can we see any animals? No, we just see like kiddie rides for the kids to go around. Oh, it's Halloween, so they've got like a Halloween train over there. And I guess maybe they don't even call it Zoomars anymore. I don't know. Maybe it's just called River Street Ranch Petting Zoo. But if you do want to see more of the petting zoo, and I'm going to call it its original name before they renamed it when they opened the plaza over here, you can check that out right over here. If you want to see more of my videos on Orange County, you can check out my entire playlist of Orange County travel videos right here. And as usual, I won't say goodbye because I'll see you in the next video.